Yo, it's your boy DZ, man. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the like button for me and share this video. Ladies, I'm dropping GAME on this one. You hear me? I'm dropping straight game on this one, man. Cardi and Offset, they got to get back together, man. They got to. They got to work it out. They just needed a little space right now, man. That's what it was. And it get like that. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes you need a little space. Sometimes you got to separate to bring it back together. That's just how it is sometimes. You need your space. So you got to think about it like this. I want to make sure that people pay attention to this what I'm saying right here, right? And this is real. You got to pay attention to this closely. Nobody, and I repeat, nobody likes eating the same food every day. Now, women internally, they want to be in the presence of a man. They want the loving from a man. But nobody wants to eat the same food every day, man. You got to think about that. You get tired of eating the same thing. You eat it 2-3 days in a row, man, I don't want that no more. So why wouldn't you think that a man wouldn't get tired of being with you every day? What makes you that special that you think the man wouldn't want nobody else? And sometimes you need that break. You need that break to go experience other things to maybe value the situation you got. And it doesn't matter about how much money you got. And that's what, men and women think, that it's about how much money you got. Nah, because I'm sure Cardi probably has more money than Offset. So she's thinking that I got the money, he's not going to go nowhere. He doesn't want nothing else but me. But I'm sure they got issues at home like anybody else. And once you have kids by somebody, right? And I'm going to say this from a man's point of view, right? Once you have kids by somebody, you're supposed to look at them stronger, but you look at them a little different because they handle you different. Because they think that being as though that they have the children with you, or a child, kids, multiple kids, that they can handle you different. You gotta listen to me there. When a woman has kids, she thinks that she can handle you different. She can talk to you different. She can demand things out of you different. But every man doesn't respond well to that. And I want to say this here, right? It's a lot of people that's in relationships and they're married, right? And you might look at the relationship as if they got a good relationship. The man is just tolerating the situation. He really doesn't even want to be in the commitment. He's just tolerating the situation. And some of y'all are in these situations at home, thinking that the man loves you when he's just tolerating you. He's really fucking annoyed by you, but he's just tolerating you. So if you got somebody at the house, right? Somebody that's with you and you feel that he's supportive to you, don't run him away. Don't follow the norm, which is expected behavior, which you see everybody else doing, and try to handle your man in that fashion, right? And run him away. Because you might have a good guy. Offset might have been a good guy to Cardi. But her attitude, which people don't see on display outside of when she goes on there crying and ranting about whatever she's going through, you don't get to see the attitude of the person that is behind the door. And a lot of men don't be for that. They might tolerate it for a certain amount of time, but is that what somebody wants to deal with forever? Don't think because you get married, right, that you locked it all the way in your relationship. Now, you's a bad woman if you get the man to marry you. I can't say that. I can say that. You's a bad woman if you do get a man to marry you. Because a lot of women can't get married. Because they don't have the game to run to make a man get married. That takes a certain game that you got to run to make a man get married. To be able to persuade the man to go ahead and say, all right, I'm going to do this. Now, the problem is if Cardi B don't work it out with Offset, right? She's not going to find another man to commit to her the way he did. Now, it's easy to find a man to have sex with you. That's not hard. You can find a man to have sex with you, but to find a man to commit to you is different. When a man not knowing you and he want to get to know you, he'll put the image on to have sex with you. But once a man gets to know you and you display them same behaviors that you might have displayed in your other relationship with your attitude, and then you say, a man is going to take me as I am and he's going to accept me for me and this is how I am. Every man's not dealing with that shit. You can think that you can display them type of behaviors and every man's going to accept it. I'm telling you right now, that's a no-no. And then a lot of you women got kids. And you think that because you got a coochie, that every man wants to accept your kids. You have some men out there that will accept your kids. But the ratio of a man accepting your kids is very slim. Why would he want to take care of somebody else's kids to make you happy? Does that make him happy? It might make him happy for a short period of time. How do you know that that's going to continue to make that man happy? Having your kids bust in the room while you in the room with him. You letting him know that my kids come first, so he knows that he comes second. That doesn't make every man happy. What's going to happen is, right, you got to do a Nikki. You got to get the bottom of the barrel niggas. The niggas that you make up. You make them look like something. You dress them up. You let them drive the car. You got to have that kind of status to be able to go ahead and grab a lower level nigga quick. Because guys is looking at, this is sex. Guys that got some sense. Now, a guy like the guy Nikki got, he don't have nothing. So, what she say is gonna go. And for Cardi to not work it out with Offset, with her having kids, she gonna have to go get a Nikki type nigga. She gonna have to go get that. That's the only option for her. Because Somebody with some money in the industry, yeah, he gonna play with her. Somebody with the money gonna take her out, have fun with her. But why would I wife this? Why would I commit to this? Now, on the other hand, if you get a Russell Wilson, you can already tell Russell was a motherfucking straight cornball. He might make Sierra feel good, but you know women want that spark in the relationship. So you see she was with Future, right? And Future got that thug mentality. That there is what women are attracted to. But they want a Russell Wilson type nigga to be there and do all the loving and supportive shit, but they want the thug mentality. They want that to have that spark in the relationship. Now, some women might not admit it, but I'm going to tell you from paying attention. That's what a woman wants. She wants somebody that's going to love her, support her, and be there for her, but got the thug mentality in there to keep the spark in the relationship. Because Sierra's going to get tired of Russell. That doing everything, they want some push and pull in the relationship a little bit. He's just doing everything she's saying. Whatever she said, that shit gets old. It's like eating the same food every day, man. Nobody wants to eat the same food every day. People want to eat different shit. So it's not exciting if it's not switched up some. And Cardi thinks that Offset loves her, which he probably loves her in a sense, but the word love is just so different now. You know what I'm saying? But what you see him, he's going out there playing in the field again. He's out in the field. He's out in the field and she's sick. But that'll show you, right? When you have kids, that don't mean that's going to keep the man. And women think because they get pregnant by a guy, that's going to make the guy stay with you. That's not how it's going to go. Some people rush to have these kids, right? And then you expect the next guy you meet to be Mr. Right, but you already come with these kids, man. Everybody don't want to spend time with you and your kids. It ain't no more having that spark with somebody and you meet that person and it's just you and that person. People getting pregnant so young and having kids so young, even guys got kids so young, it's always a package with it. It ain't no more let us get to know each other. That shit don't even exist no more. You got to deal with somebody else's kids. The guy got baby mom. The girl got baby dad. You don't know what kind of issues you're going to get in there. So, she's not going to find another situation like Offset. It's not going to happen. So, the best thing for her to do, right, is to work it out. And I say that to all the women. If you got a situation that you already building with and you already got some chemistry with, work that situation out, man. Work it out because it's going to be hard for you to find that chemistry again. You're not just going to meet somebody and that chemistry is going to come there. Shit be running through guys' head, man. When you look at a woman, you can see the issues within. A man wanting to have sex with you doesn't mean that a man is going to want to take on your internal issues. It doesn't mean that he's going to want to have to deal with all the trauma somebody else done put you through. He might be able to temporarily deal with it at the beginning, but as time goes on, your issues get displayed. They come out. And it's like, do I want to deal with this? Is this going to make me happy? And women think that because you with them dealing with their issues, that's going to make the man happy. And it doesn't make the man happy to have to deal with your issues. And if you pay attention, most relationships don't work because everybody wants a relationship instead of being friends. And if it turns into a relationship, let it turn into a relationship. But instead of starting and having that lengthy friendship so you can get to know the person, you look at it like, if you having sex with the person, then we need to be in a relationship. But how do you know you're going to like this person just because you had sex with the person and you in a relationship? Offset might not even really like Cardi. That makeup, your ass done, your body done, that don't mean a man gonna like you, love you. That don't mean nothing. That shit get old. When you get to jumping on the same person over and over again, and you having sex with the same person over and over again, there's no more excitement to that. I don't care how much money you got. That's not exciting. It's not exciting for the man. Now maybe for the woman, because she wants to live in this world where giving her body to one person is all she wants to do. This is what's been taught. Well, dogs and animals, they fuck multiple different people. Who came up with the idea that the human is only supposed to, the woman human, is only supposed to be in a relationship with one person? Who came up with the idea? I really want to know who came up with that idea, because most situations the person is not happy, but they're making themselves happy to deal with someone else. They feel like, I can't go outside of this situation because other people are viewing how my relationship goes. I got to do my relationship for other people when I'm not happy. This is what's taught to us. And this is taught over and over to us. And as we see, it's not working. But we tell ourselves that it's going to work. It might work with somebody else. This has to work. And we continue the same cycle over and over till you get old. And it's like, this shit doesn't make sense. But people say, I believe that's love for me. Love is out there. I believe in love. But you're doing the same thing. You're in a relationship, you're out of relationship. You're in a relationship, you're out of relationship. You expect the relationship to be this way, but it's not that way. You expect nobody to cheat, but then somebody cheats. The same thing. And is it that the woman wants to do that so the man wants to please her? But when it doesn't work out, she's distraught, fucked up about it, wondering, what did I do wrong? No, nobody wants to eat the same food every day, man. This is real shit. This is some made up stuff that we as people are following, but are unhappy with it. Who's happy with this shit? Be real, man. Who's happy with this shit, man? It's like a fake happiness that's portrayed to other people, but people are not happy. It doesn't make everybody happy to be around somebody all the time and deal with what they're going through all the time. And if you're not focused on what they're going through, you don't love them, you don't care about them. Oh, you didn't ask me how my day was going. Oh, you don't care about me and what I'm going through. Is that how a relationship supposed to go? This is what's accepted. And it's like the norm. This is normal. If the relationship is not like that, then it ain't right. Because I done been in plenty of relationships and I seen plenty of relationships. They all experience the same thing. But people want to be together. That's some mind shit that's been tricked upon us. And there's certain people that get outside that realm that see that I'm more happy by myself. Them couple minutes of being lonely don't outweigh you having that time to yourself and being able to value yourself and have friends and go into different situations with your friends. It doesn't overweigh it. We all are going to die regardless. So you mean to tell me for my time on earth, I got to make somebody else happy? And I'm sure Offset like, man, fuck this shit. He got other baby moms. And Cardi only got him. She got to sit with these kids now, right? And then got to want to find a man at the same time. And somebody to take these kids in and accept these kids that they know that them kids come first and whoever the guy she meets comes second. The kids come first. That's the first thing. The guy comes second. Who wants to do this? So you got to go to a lower level where somebody that she can take care of. She's going to have to get somebody that she can take care of. Because why would a guy that got everything in line take on somebody else's kids unless he feels that he really can't get no bras? You can have all the money, right? And feel that you can't get that connection somewhere. I think that's what Russell's situation was. His swag ain't there. You got all the paper, but you know a woman want a guy with some swag. You want that little badness in there. Russell straight up and down. Straight up and down, dude. Straight up and down. Sierra gonna get tired of it. And as you watch all these relationships, how they just look so good on video into the picture, right? But it all comes out that the relationship's not right. And Offset done cheated plenty of times. He done already went outside. He been tired of Cardi. Cardi was just a stable joint that he was with. So it's like, she's stable, so I'm going to try to get through it. But he feeling like, man, I got my own shit going on. I might go ahead and shoot up out of here. She got to deal with the kids. I can go ahead and roll. He got other baby moms. What's the difference? It's like people selling each other a dream, right? That just ain't gonna come true. It's over and over. People selling this relationship dream over and over, man. And it's not coming true. All them people that you might see that's old and they been together, they done went through a lot of shit, man. They done went through hell to maintain them relationships. That wasn't just we got in a relationship, we took care of the kids, we was a family, we had dinner, we had nights out and all that. No. It's been cheating, people been fighting, people done separated. It's been a lot to get to that point, but people don't understand that when they're in those relationships from the beginning. Soon as something doesn't go as they think it should go, the first thing they want to do is get a divorce. They want to split up. They want to tell the world their business. So you got to think about that. Once you start putting the business to the world, now when you take the person back, you done damage the inside. So now you thinking about everything you done told everybody, how everybody's viewing the relationship, but you took the relationship back. So you just added more damage to the situation. The best thing to do when you in a relationship and you have those type of issues going on, you gotta let people speculate. If you have any idea that y'all gonna work it out, because once you put it out there, you gotta deal with that. Talk about what's going on. Once she went to the public and made a video crying, you really put the strain on yourself, because now you worrying about everybody judging you and how they gonna look at your relationship getting back together. That's what you looking at. You thinking that now they're gonna view my relationship messed up if it works out. Now you got bickering in the household while you trying to fix it if y'all try to work it out. Some things you just gotta let people speculate. You can't tell everybody your business, as in breaking it down. Let the people speculate if you want to work it out. And people now don't know how to let other people speculate. They gotta clarify shit for people. They feel that if I don't clarify this for somebody, then they're going to be looking at me a certain way. You rather let the people look at you a certain way than try to justify it. And then when y'all work it out, they looking at you even more funny. You putting everybody directly in the situation, knowing what should happen in your situation. And you can't do that. They might work it out, but now they got to deal with this. It's like, damn, you done told everybody what you going through. Y'all ain't been together in a while. So how can you work it out? Is the man going to even respect you behind that? You can't think because you got something between your legs that you run something. A lot of men are in situations because they're just tolerating you. They're tolerating your situation. They might not even really want to be with you, but they're tolerating you because what you got going on, what you display. Even women on a lower level, because you go to work, you got a car, and you got a house. So a lot of guys are just tolerating you. So yeah, they're going to go out and cheat. But they know that when they come back home, you got a place for them. You're going to take them back because you don't want to start over in another relationship. You don't want to be looked at like your relationship failed. And this is happening in marriages all over the place. They don't want to give up the relationship because they don't want to look like they failed. But the guy's out there doing whatever he want to do because he knows that you feel like you don't want to start over and you can't get what you already established. But your business is all out there in the world about how your relationship ain't working. Then y'all go on to social media detailing what's going on in your relationship, expecting your relationship to work out. You can't go to social media and detail everything you're going through in a relationship and then think it's going to work out later. Because these things is going to be running through your mind of how people are judging you. People looking at you like, damn, you just said this about the guy. You just said he was doing this, and now you want to work it out. And you thinking like, oh, well, this is my business and I'm going to do what I want. But in your internal, it's mentally fucking with you. It's mentally fucking with you that people are going to judge you this way because you put all your damn business out there. Keep some of your business to yourself. If things don't work out in your relationship, go your way, go your way. But going to the media, the social media, the devil's candy shop is going to really mess your whole relationship up. It's not going to fix nothing. And we see it over and over again. People think that because they express themselves to a bunch of people that don't care about them in their personal life, that's going to make it better. All you do is make it worse. Cardi just made it worse. That made Offset go out there and sleep with something ASAP. He's already cheated before. And then you on there saying what you going to do. I could have did this. I could have. Man, hey, listen. So now he's thinking like, let me go out here and do this anyway in case she did do it. I don't want to be the good guy. And I know she went out there and had fun. And she playing the role like, oh, he know I'm not going to do anything. No, you know that if you go out there and do something, people are going to look at you and put your business out there ASAP because everybody got an eye on you. Your shit is just blown up. Everybody's eye is on you so that they're going to judge you. They're going to make comments about you. And you're not going to be able to take it. That's the thing about people. When you make it to that level where you famous and everybody know you and everybody's expressing their opinion on you, you got to have thick skin. Your skin got to be thick where as though you can take it. Where you can be able to go do what you do and not worry about who's judging you and what they got to say. And everybody can't do that. It's not a lot of people that can do that. Just because they get famous don't mean their skin is thick. A lot of people famous skin is weak, thin. You can slice right through it. That's not how the famous people get picked, by how thick their skin is. But you gotta have thick skin in those situations. You gotta be the one to say, all right, this is happening, let me keep it moving. But putting your business out there, all you do is just make it worse for when you try to make it work. Who's going to want Cardi, man? I'm trying to see who's going to want Cardi, man. I don't think, honestly, in my opinion, nobody's going to want a relationship with her. Yeah, guys is going to want to have sex with her because she's been under Offset for all this time. So I'm sure there's plenty of guys that want to get at her. It's plenty of guys that want to get at her. But you can already tell it's something going on in the brain. You can look at her and tell. I don't care how much money a person got. You can tell when the brain ain't twerking right. When the brain ain't twerking right, it shows. The money don't make your brain twerk right. And she's coming from being in the hood. She done went to the top. And now everybody's on you. So now when Offset dip off and go on his own, right? And she got to go back in the playing field. She's not going to find another Offset to embrace her and want to be with her. So the best thing she better do is work the situation out. Figure out how to work it out. Y'all need some time apart. She need to go hang out with who she want to hang out with. He go hang out who he want to hang out with. And then come back together and work it out. That's the best thing to do. Not just say that this ain't going to work. I'm done with him. He did whatever he did. Because eventually you get tired of the same thing, man. I can't understand why people make themselves believe that they don't get tired of the same thing. All the people out there talking about, I won't cheat. I never cheated. But you be the same one out there making excuses why you do whatever you do in your relationship when it don't work out. Why you might go ahead and jump to something else when it don't work out. Instead of figuring out, yo, we did what we did, let us work it out. Let's come back together. We got kids together, let's work it out. But people got these certain deal breakers in relationships, right? And the deal breakers is if a person cheats. Every person got the ability to cheat in a relationship. So that doesn't mean that just because you get with a new person in a relationship that the person's not going to cheat. So what if you get with a new relationship, right? And you think that the person's not going to cheat and they cheat on you more than the person you was just with. Did it make sense to leave a relationship and go to somebody that treated you worse? Treated you more like they didn't give a fuck who they fucked with? What sense does that make? Everybody got the ability to cheat in a relationship. Who wants to eat the same food all the time? Come on, man. So it's like, if you got somebody that's there for you, you can't say that cheating is a deal breaker. That can't be a deal breaker in your relationship because everybody has the ability to cheat. Everybody has the ability to want to step out, but that doesn't mean they don't love you. That doesn't mean they don't want to be with you because they slept with somebody else. This thing that they created, the design, is why all the relationships that go through this are not going to work. Them old relationships that been together, people done cheated. There was cheating in them relationships. Trust me. But grandma, she stuck it through. When you see grandma with grandpa and they've been together 40 years, you better know grandpa was out there hitting something. Grandpa might even got kids while he was in the situation. Grandpa probably got a few kids out there. But grandma seen the value in the guy she had. But being as though this social media shit so heavy, soon as a guy do something wrong, they forget the value that they had in the relationship. Soon as the guy go out there and have sex with somebody else and he might play with somebody, the value in the relationship that you had went out the window and you think that you can go get that value somewhere else. Not knowing you got these kids that you come with. You come with kids and you got to think that, does this guy want to accept my kids? Is he going to treat my kids as if I want him to treat my kids? But you had all the value over here. This man valued everything about you. But all he did was go sleep with somebody else. He didn't want to build a relationship with the other person. He just wanted to have sex with the person. So do you say, I'm going to throw everything that we built together, everything that we working on, because he wanted to go have sex and then go meet somebody else and this person go have sex? What sense does it make? But everybody's following everybody else's protocol. They're following what everybody else is saying. That's why you don't got the grandmoms and grandpops that been together 40 years in the house together. That's why you don't got that no more. You had that before because women understood that, oh, he just went outside, he'll be back, we'll work it out. Then you cut your relationship off and you don't never find that relationship again. You cut that relationship off that had a little bit of value to it, but you'll never find it again. I can tell you that right now. You're not going to always find those relationships that you and your partner was real tough together, and only thing that happened was a cheating in the relationship, what messed the relationship up. You're not going to find them everywhere. But everybody think that they can find it, and it's like this. Oh, I get out there and find it. But some people got to get out there and experience it to understand that you're not going to find it that easy. Some people have to get out there and experience it. Why does everybody think that you got these kids and somebody want to take you and your kids in? Especially if you got a guy that's out there working. He's provider. And he got his own kids already. So I got to provide for your kids first because you're going to express that my kids come first. So I got to make sure your kids come first, my kids come second, and I got to do this just because I want to be with you. You got to think about this, ladies. This is something major to think about. Everybody don't pay attention to that. If you got somebody down with you, don't always be so quick to throw them away. Because I'm telling you now, she's not going to find another guy to embrace her like Offset. If she do, he going to have to be a super simp. Super simp. And she's not going to like that character of guy because she is from the hood. When you from the hood, you already know them girls want somebody that has a hood resemblance but a business mind. And that's real. You can have that hood resemblance but a business mind that know how to get some paper. That's what they want. And you think that you can just find that like that? You can snap your fingers like, that's just going to come. The genie going to just pop him out here. And then they say, God going to send him to me. That's the key thing. God going to send me the right one. Well, there's so many people that God ain't sending them the right one. I'm not convinced that he's sending them out there like that. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that God is just sending these guys straight out to all the women that say this same line. I'd be like, boop, they just going out there. I'm not convinced. You better value if you got somebody that's supportive of you. You better think about that before you ready to throw it away because you feel he cheated and then get somebody that cheat on you even more. You know what I'm saying? It could be some type of respect there in the situation, even though the man cheated. Everybody don't want to eat the same food every day, man. You got to understand that. Everybody does not want to eat the same food every day. And this is what's made to believe that you got to eat the same food every day. I think that should be a test for the women. Eat the same thing every day and see if you get tired of it. See if you don't like this every day. Don't just mentally put that in the back of your mind because you know that's what women do. They take things that they don't want to have in the front of their brain and put it to the back of their mind. They'll forget about it. That's like the guys they might have slept with that they don't want to think about. They'll forget those guys. Oh, damn. Did you sleep with them? Oh, I forgot all about him. Put that to the front of your mind about eating the same thing every day. I guarantee you're going to say, damn, I don't like eating the same thing every day. It's like that for guys, man. You got all these meals out there. It's a whole bunch of meals out there. They got filet mignon. They got lobster. They got motherfucking chicken. They got all these meals out there, right? And the only thing you want a motherfucker to eat is ramen noodles. You like, nah, I got ramen noodles here for you. It's all you eating tonight. Nah, a nigga want to go get some filet mignon sometime. Nigga want to go get some lobster, some shrimp. I'm just trying to be honest with you. And I'm going to be honest with you and tell you this. You ain't got to believe me, but I'm giving you gold right now. Brothers want to go eat some different things, man. Stop thinking that you the only stop. And if it don't be you the only, as you being the only stop, that it ain't worth it. Because sometimes a guy just want to go get his thing off real quick. And this is real. Sometimes a guy just want to go get his thing off real quick, have a little fun, and then, listen, this is my foundation. This is where I'm at. But it's like, if he goes out here and does this, he doesn't love me. And that's not true. He can love you to death. But he just had to go get a sexual pleasing somewhere momentarily. It wasn't like it was a permanent thing. It was just momentarily that he wanted to go outside the situation, but he already knew that he was going to work it out with you. He didn't have plans on leaving the situation. I just needed to clear my brain up. I needed some time to myself. But women don't want nobody to have that time to themselves when they're in a relationship. You got to be locked in right with her. If you ain't locked in with her, you don't love me. You don't care about me. I'm supposed to be your everything. But now he just needed a little space. He wanted to get a little time to himself. Jay said it. I was just fucking them girls. I was going to get right back. This wasn't permanent. This wasn't where I wanted to be permanently. I just needed some time, man. You got to understand that it's hard as hell to find somebody that's just all about you. Guys want to step out sometime, man. Appreciate when you got a good guy that's supportive and he paying the bills, man. Because a lot of women will go out there and put themselves in a harder position. Because they think that whatever they're going through in their relationship or marriage, right, isn't worth it. But then go out there and put themselves in a harder position to struggle. And don't gain nothing from it. You got to feel that one. Why go out there and put yourself in a harder position and you don't gain nothing? You don't get nothing from it but more headache, more struggle. Is that worth it? Because a man went and did something that he really didn't have no care for? You feel that that's worth putting yourself in the hole more, to struggle more? I don't think that's worth it. I think that should be thought about, but people don't want to think about it. They like, man, shit, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to find somebody that's going to love me for me and he going to do this for me and my kids and he's going to, no, you're going to have to go down. You're going to have to get somebody that you got to take care of. You're going to be going to work every day, paying your bills by yourself to have somebody around you. Because then they're going to see the value in you is that you're the provider. And now you're going to say how much you're in love. He cares about me. No, he cares about that you have a roof to provide over his head. You have a vehicle so he can get somewhere. And that you're feeding him every night. And you paid all the bills. This is what's going to happen. You see how Nikki got her situation. She got somebody that she's paying for a makeup doll. She's paying for this. This is what's going on, man. The pickings out there, when you meet somebody to be at the level where you want them to be and you feel that's it, don't look for something to be wrong to mess the situation up. Because you might get a worse situation. A situation that don't hold no weight to you. A situation that you can't really build with. That you got to support. That might be what happened to the situation, man. And you see it all the time, man. Value your situation, man. Don't find it so quick to give up on your situation, man. It don't always come as you think it's going to come. It's men all over the world, yeah. But it's not responsible men all over the world. The responsible men are slim out here, ladies. So if you got one that is somewhat responsible, take a value to that. Because it's easy to get a man that you got to take care of. That's not the hard thing. The hard thing is getting a responsible man. But I want y'all to leave a comment on this video, like this video, share this video, man. And let me know how you feel about the situation. Do you think they're going to get back together? Or is this a publicity stunt? She got an album coming out. Do you think that they're going to be able to work it out by them keep going to the internet talking about the negative, and now you got to bring this back in your household? I don't know. Is it going to work? Are they going to be able to settle their differences with this, man? Can they get over this? Because a lot of women, when they go through these situations and they put it out to the public that they're going through these relationship issues, right? They can't handle it when they get back together. Because now everybody that they know is talking about their situation. So, you know, she's heavy in the game, big celebrity. And now everybody's looking at her like, your man's over here at a party with these other girls, with his ex, whatever he was doing, right? Is she going to be able to take it and take him back and be able to deal with that? Because that's a mental strain on your brain. That's a mental strain. That's mental. You got to wake up every day with this person, and then you got people talking about the situation. People put a lot of extra mental strain on themselves when they go to the public with their stuff. She should have kept that to herself, man. She ain't had to tell everybody what was going on in detail, that they ain't been together. You don't have to do that. Some things is meant for you to deal with. But when you get caught up in that fame life, you don't understand that you got to be quiet sometimes. If somebody's talking about you in life, and this is to all the people that is on social media. This is all the social media people that like to involve themselves on social media. When somebody is addressing you, you don't always got to respond. You got to know when to respond and when not to respond. Your business is out there, and you might even feel it's the worst thing about you. You got to know when to respond and what to say. It ain't always a time for you to talk about your business. It's not always a time for you to explain yourself. Speculation works better sometimes in your favor than explaining yourself, because sometimes when you explain yourself, you look like an asshole. You look like an asshole because you gave detail what people already thought it was, but letting them speculate might have gave you the benefit of the doubt for people to look at it. Maybe it's this way, maybe it's that way. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, like this video, share this video, man. Let me know what you feel about it, man. Are they going to work it out, man? Did it get too deep? You know, because Cardi looks like a fool, man. Putting her business out there, man. You got to deal with it how it come, man. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Nah.